So I just beat FF7 for the first time in my video game life, I guess, yesterday, and I suppose I want to like debrief myself on it, because shit, dude, what an experience. Like, it really was about as good as everyone cracked it up to be, or at least I was able to see that. Like, hold on, let me turn my mouse on in case you want to like see my pointer like fidget around and shit with like my cool screenshots, like my little book of memories we've got going on here of like my playthrough of FF7. Yeah, that one-off time you had Jesse in your party, just like cool shit like that, man. So yeah, I didn't play the vanilla game. I played a mod called the New Threat, which did more than just like tweak some numbers to make things harder. I think back when I first tried playing the game, I tried playing with like one of those type of mods. Like, it just made things a little harder. Cause like I figured, like, I think I've tried to play this game like 2 times like in the past. Like the first time I was playing it and I wasn't really digging it, cause it's an RPG, they're gonna start slow and gonna be kinda easy. And I'm like a grown ass gamer man, like I wanna start thinking with my brain and having an engaging time as like soon as the game starts. And I feel it's always like a bit disappointing to have to like, hold back my power level, or like, go easy on my criticism of a game, saying like, oh, it'll get good later or some shit. Like, we're playing Paper Mario, and you enjoy Paper Mario these days for reasons other than the difficulty and levels of engagement in the combat. You play it for, just, it feels good and it looks cool and the music and da 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 da. And I guess you could have appreciated FF7 for something like that, but I don't know, man. For something with pretty traditional random encounters and fucking not too engaging combat all the time and decision making, I figured I would get kind of bored of that and like grow to hate it. So yeah, my first playthrough, that was forever ago. My second more recent playthrough that I actually remember was when I tried to play it on the PSP with that hard mode mod. The first time I ever tried to play it was back on the PS3, like in the normal game, and I didn't really care for that one because it was too easy. But yeah, I got up to like near the end of Midgar in that hard mode mod, and I just like eventually forgot about it because I guess I didn't care enough to keep going. But earlier this month, on like a whim, I don't know why. Oh, no, I know why. I played the Final Fantasy VII Remake, and should I be playing like video right now, or you're just like looking at my random screenshots? I want to talk about the screenshots, so I feel like bad about advancing them too quickly, but I'm not finished talking about what I want to talk about. It's because of that fucking pizza that the people underneath are suffering, dude. The Cubert swearing, like it's fucking great, man. Barrett's great. But yeah, I played the demo for the FF7 remake, and it smelled like Lightning Returns, which is like my favorite damn game ever. Like, obviously it wasn't exactly the same, but I think some of the same dudes were involved, and I thought it would have that same kind of like micromanagey, real-time, turn-based hybrid thing that Lightning Returns had, so I bought it, and I kind of grew to hate it, because it was just a bunch of like forced walking sections and like modern video game shit that I didn't care about. I say modern video game shit, but I really just mean it had a bunch of forced walking sections. Like, that was fucking it. Like, you'd be like running normal speed, and then the characters would slow down as if to say, yo, this scene that we're walking through is really important. If you were to run through it with your normal space or your normal speed, you would ruin the mood. So we're taking the wheels, kiddo. You're a fucking dumbass. Listen to our story. And it's like, bitch, I'm a smart enough grown-ass man gamer that, if I really cared about this experience, I would slow walk my character by my own volition. And it would be like more personal that way, because I made the choice to make the moment badass, But yeah, the remake was just full of shit like that, and the combat was like, it was fine, but it wasn't like fine enough to like hook me. It's like, it was just more like annoying than like anything, because like you get in situations where you had to like wait on your ATB to fill, and like sometimes you couldn't like hit a dude because they were like in the air. And I'm probably thinking of like really isolated moments that stuck out for me, but like I don't know, man. It just didn't hook me. I wasn't too into it. And then I watched the cutscenes with a bud of mine. Like I dropped the game pretty much right when you were like about to do the Shinra, the Sector 7 plate falling sequence. Like I dropped the game around there. Or like at there. That's exactly where I dropped it. And I just watched the remainder of the cutscenes. Oh, this is really cool. Like Cloud is saying like, oh well, if they're so miserable, why don't they just fucking leave? And like, what are you, ignorant? They don't got no fucking money. Or maybe they love their land and they'll never leave, no matter how shit it gets. And then Cloud, it's like this train. It can't run anywhere except where its rails take it. Ooh. Yeah, man, that's that good shit. And then they bring back the train metaphors for like near the end of the game. Like, and let me see if I can find those screenshots when they start saying like the shit about the train. This is like way later, dog. Fuck, when did they do it? It was like when Cloud rejoins. No, wait, it was like after Aeris dies. Spoilers, Aeris fucking dies. You already knew that. Oh my god, this scene was so good. Like when Cloud was like fucking like really self-doubty after the whole like Black Materia incident. And it's like Cloud is like such a good protagonist. Like I originally thought he was just some like fucking cool guy. Because you know, the beginning of the game sets him up to be like that. Like he's this perfect specimen of an RPG protagonist. Like I jumped over it before. But like check this shit out. Man, I've got so many screenshots. Yeah, like he, like the characters are like, yo, where the fuck is Cloud? He must have got caught by the fuzz. And then he jumps in the train, all cool like, and it's like, he just does shit like that. Like, look at him, he's like sitting there with his legs crossed. He's got a fucking girl, like, who's got the hots for him. He's just so damn cool, man. He's your strongest in your party, and he's just like, he's just cool, man. So like, when you get like to that point in the game, and like he starts going through this shit where, you know, he himself, the perfect male specimen, is like all self-doubty, and he's like, man, I fucking suck. And there's like this really like powerful moment when like he like fucking like whenever he's around Sephiroth, he kind of like loses his shit because of like some like cellular bullshit going on. But like whenever he gets near Sephiroth, he like freaks out and like loses it. And there's like this bit where like he fucking like attacks Aeris. Where is it? Damn, I should have like folded all this shit. Oh my god, the Turks, dude. Fucking rude, man. Oh my god, the fucking RTS sequence. This shit was the funniest stuff, man. You could just tell the developers like put whatever the fuck they wanted in the damn game. I respect the shit out of that. Okay, Aeris is still in my party around here, so she's gonna die eventually. We just gotta keep scrolling. Oh, no, she's still there. Yeah, Aeris sticks around with you a lot longer than you think she would. Because yeah, everyone knows, like, Aeris fucking dies, but it's like, you know, she's with you for a little while. This is really good. Oh my, oh yeah, the new threat, the mod I played. My thoughts are really all over the place. I don't know if I finished my tangent I began with or whatever. We're just like talking about FF7 now at this point. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is custom dialogue. You must be tired. I want to go home. Oh, Cloud, your home burned down, remember? That has to be custom dialogue for the new threat, because, like, it's fucking, like, internet sad face. These fucking, like, 90s translators, they wouldn't have done that. Like, what the fuck, man? Oh, it's a City of the Ancients. Oh my god, this scene was so damn cool. Like, when, like, Cloud is, like, wait, I advanced ahead of it, though. Like, the scene where, like, Cloud, like, beats up Aeris. Yeah, like, they're in this pit, and he's, like, punching her and shit, and it's like, Cloud, what the fuck? And it's like, damn, dude. So you don't have a breakdown, okay? It's like, damn, Cloud, I thought you were #1. Looks like, you know, even the perfect man, he doesn't got it all under control, man. It's, like, endearing. Like, he's got faults and shit. Oh yeah, here we go. This is when Barrett brings back the train metaphor. He's like, but you gotta understand that until we reach the end of the line, there ain't no getting off of this train we on. People get depressed in life because they don't know what's up, but they go on living. They don't run away. That's just how it's gotta be. Sometimes they do run away. But yeah, that's not what you're supposed to do. Oh my god, the frogs, man. There's a bed. What's funny about it, Barrett? Oh my god, dude. Oh, shut up! Oh, dude, just good shit, man. What is this pain? Oh, there's a really good metaphor here. Like, Sephiroth is like, Cloud, he believes Cloud to be a puppet and, like, convinces Cloud that he is for a while. But, like, you know, it's later revealed Cloud is, you know, not a puppet. But, like, you know, he's trying to make him believe that he is. So there's this really good setup where he's like, you don't have to pretend. We know what you really are. Because he's saying, like, Cloud, why are you pretending to feel sad for this bitch? You're just, like, a fucking wannabe copy of me. Like, an imperfect clone or whatever the hell. You don't feel things. And there's this really good thing where the Jenova boss that spawns, like, it targets Cloud every time this fight starts. It makes him undead. So it's like, oh shit, is that some, like, video game metaphor shit? Where, like, oh man, Cloud, you might as well be a fucking zombie. You're like, damn, dude! Because you're a puppet, dude. Oh man, I remember seeing this shot, like, for fucking years, man, in, like, gaming in the Clinton years and shit. Like, it's, like, so surreal, like, finally seeing all this shit. And it, like, actually being, like, that good. You think it's gonna be, like, overrated or something. But, you know, the moments stick. But maybe they only stick because I was further engaged by the gameplay because of, like, the new threat mod I played. Because, you know, it did more than make the enemies harder. Like, it changed, like, the equipment and stuff. Where, like, you know, you would buy a new weapon and it wouldn't just unquestionably be better than the last thing you bought. It, like, there'd be, like, some kind of caveat or, like, some status change. Or, like, the last weapon might be better in different ways than just raw strength. Like, it might give you, like, more magic, and the other one gives you more strength, or, like, maybe better art, like, maybe better vitality or some shit. And it wasn't, like, much, but it was, like, enough to, like, make, like, you consider more things when you're putting your party together. And I liked that. It's because the original game, you know, it's one of those games where you just go to a new town, and you sell all your shit, and you just buy the new shit, and it's like, that's fine, but it's, like, you know, not super engaging, you know? Like, I want a little more juice in my game. I'm going to quit this journey. And then he's immediately like, no, I'm not. Oh my god. The original game. A friend of mine told me that the original game doesn't do this. Like, the end of part 1 screen is just black. But I guess the mod brought back the train metaphor for, like, the ultimate joke. This train you on makes no stops. Unless you don't have disc 2. But, you know, we're playing on the Steam version, so there are no discs. Oh my god, Petrify. Just some fucking mean-ass status ailments. I've had worse in games, like Star Ocean 3's, like, MP death and all that bullshit. But, like, sometimes you just get, like, petrified in a fight, and it feels bad, man. I wonder if this is custom dialogue, too. Because you can rename your party members for some reason, because it's like an old Final Fantasy game, they let you do that. Oh god, this song is so good, like, Ahead and Our Way. When you first get into Calm, after like, leaving Midgar, like, that's some shit, man. Yeah, we're going all the way back. Oh god, dude, yeah, it's like the box art, dude. Like, he's copying the pose, but he's got buds with him. It's badass. Okay, that was a bad analogy. Just funny moments, dude. The one frame ghost heiress. I got some good screenshots. Yeah, you think from all the supplementary material for FF7 that came out later, like Dirge of Cerberus and, like, Crisis Core probably, or, like, not Crisis Core has some funny moments, but, you know, Advent Children and shit. You think FF7 is just some, like, edgy teenager angst, like, ridden bullshit, but it's just, like, really funny and, like, classic. It's mostly like just a silly adventure game, but, like, at some point it, like, stops being, like, a joke and, like, you know, the serious stuff starts to, like, ooze its way in and, like, have this perfect harmony between the occasional funny moments, like when you're on Shinra and, like, when you're on, like, that boat, like, with the Shinra guys, and fucking Barrett's dressed up like a sailor. Even though it's, like, a pretty serious situation, but, you know, they still make a few jokes here and there, because, like, Barrett's, like, he looks really stupid, and the characters are like, wow, Barrett, you should keep wearing that. You know, they never, the balance of, like, joke and seriousness is, very strong in FF7. It couldn't have been him. Sephiroth would never use a gun. Dude, what if he did, though? Yo, this part when Sephiroth joins your party, that's some shit. I was looking for when you first leave Midgar. Where is it? Yeah, this is near that. Yeah, when you first head into the world map, fuck, man. Like, this is probably the good version of that feeling the people who played FF13 felt, like, when, like, after, like, 10 hours of playing that game or whatever the fuck, you're allowed to, like, free roam, sort of, and it's not just a hallway anymore. Because, like, you know, FF7 ain't a hallway, but it's fairly linear, the progression of Midgar. It's still linear, even, like, throughout. Like, you know, you go from, like, boop, 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 boop. You can't really, you know, go wherever the fuck you want until, like, the end of the game, really. When you have the airship. But, like, just that feeling of, like, you know, a much bigger world than, you know, just the towns of Midgar. Like, it doesn't matter if the progression of the game is still linear. It's, like, just the scope. Like, whoa, dude. It's a big-ass world out there. And we were in there. And now we're out here. It's really fucking cool. And then the music, like, the world map theme. The world map theme, like, doubles as Cloud's theme on the OST, apparently, and that's, like, badass. Like the theme for exploring the world and like realizing shit. It's like the same. It's also Cloud's theme. Like, it's badass. Oh yeah, Calm. This place is cool. This is where the music I'm playing right now plays. Heading our way. That's some good shit. Oh yeah, this was some like. I thought this was in the original game, but of course it fucking wasn't. The mod I played added the feature to skip, like, long-ass flashback sequences. I thought that was just a funny quirk of the dialogue. Like, obviously you're gonna fucking watch the cutscene, but, like, they give you this funny, like, fake choice. Like, that's what I originally thought it was, but I guess it's for if you're replaying the game. And you don't really want to watch those again. I still thought it was fun, though. You know, to give you the you know, that illusion of choice. Like, if it's your first time, you ain't gonna skip that shit. Yeah, but Sephiroth in your party, like near the end of the Midgar shit, they start to like talk about Sephiroth more because, you know, he's the big bad. They have to talk about him. So to like illustrate how fucking tough this guy is, like they put him in your party for a bit, and he's just like so much stronger than you. Like you're fighting the guy, and you're useless. Like Sephiroth hard carries your ass, and in the mod you can actually control him. I think in the original game you couldn't. So that's like, I don't know how I feel about that. Because like, I guess in a sense that you not being able to control Sephiroth is like this power statement. Like, what right do you have to have player control over Sephiroth, the strongest guy? So it's just to show how like weak and feeble you are in comparison. But in a gameplay sense, it probably would have been kind of dull feeling running through the bit where he was in your party with, you know, Cloud dead and just watching Sephiroth. So, you know, at least you were able to still have some player input and, you know, play the game. So, it's probably better this way. Oh yeah, that guy doing the same pose. Oh dude, really fucking clever shit, dog. Cloud's, like, portrait in this flashback of the game is different from the one he normally has when you play as him. Wonder why that is, huh? Like, it's fucking brilliant, dude. The keys were always there for FF7 to be, like, brilliant and shit. That's why people, like, fell in love with it. They, like, but, you know, like, I've played too many RPGs, and FF7's too simple a game. The vanilla experience, like, I couldn't enjoy that shit as I am now. I'm too powerful. So, fucking, the new threat, man, I'm so glad it exists. I'm so glad people are, like, so fucking talented and smart, man. Where they could just come up with mods, and they just fucking get the experience. Like, they know what makes it good, so they just, like, make it fucking better without, like, pushing the envelope, or, like, trying to, like, ruin shit. Although, apparently, in earlier versions of this mod, they did some lame shit, where, they added some secret bosses and stuff, like, you know, for the new threat, and one of them has you fight, like, Zack. Because, like, in the original game, there's already this flashback where you witness the backstory where Zack got you and Cloud out of the Midgar, or the Nibelheim, like, mansion experiment shit. And, like, you know, they're on their little journey for a bit, but then he gets gunned down, and Cloud goes to pick up the sword. But in the original game, he just picks up the sword, and the cutscene ends. But in the new threat, he crawls over, and as he picks up the sword, like, it just cues this fight. It's not like Zack gets up and fights you. It's just like, you could take it as just like a video game thing, but it's also, you could also, if you wanted to have fun with it, you could like stretch and think that it's like some kind of mental fight in Cloud's head. Like, he's got to fight this image of Zack he's built up in his mind to like earn the right to inherit the will of the Buster Sword. And it's just like, that is fucking badass. Like, perfect kind of inclusion for the game's story, I feel. But in the original versions of the new threat mod, I think after that flashback played, it just hard cut into this like sequence where like Cloud and Zack are on a hill, and Zack is doing some fourth wall break dialogue where he's like, "Hey Cloud, I've got a 4th level limit break if you can beat me." And it's like, you know, that's fine. You know, it's cute, I guess. But, you know, it's not really in tone with the cutscenes and the story we just witnessed. So it's cool that as this mod has been getting further and further developed, like, we've been getting more cool shit like that. Like, really trying to tie the new stuff into the, like, the tone of the game better and better. At the end of the game, apparently this fight, this one-on-one with Sephiroth at the very end in the live stream, apparently in some versions, it was actually a fight. Like, he had this ghost of Jenova floating around him, and you had to kill it first. And it's like, in my version, 1.5, I didn't have to deal with that, and I'm really fucking glad, because final Sephiroth, like, Cater Sephiroth, whatever the fuck his name was, that shit took me like 2 hours to beat, man. Like, did I mention at the beginning of this shit, like, I woke up early this morning, and I still had One Winged Angel, like, burned in my ears? Because that's what happened. I was fighting him, like, all fucking night, and I finally beat him, and it felt awesome. But damn, dude. Kind of a black mark on the experience if you're, like, a casual. Because I can see a casual getting decently far in this until Sephiroth. Because he's just, like, he's unbelievable. He was really tough. And I was like level 80. I did all of the new side quests and, like, you know, fought Zack and did all the other shit. I didn't beat the weapons, like the giant robots. But, you know, I did most of the stuff. I thought I was pretty strong. But, yeah, Sephiroth was still a worthy foe, but if I just tried to fight him without doing any of the side quests, like, what if you were like, oh, I just want to, you know, beat the game, because, you know, the energy, as soon as you get Cloud back in your party and you get the high wind, it's like, let's go fight Sephiroth, and you might not want immediately go do those side quests. So if you're, like, the kind of player who's, like, in that mindset, it might kind of suck to have to fight Sephiroth at that point in the game, and he's just, like, fucking ridiculous. Like, you are not going to win no matter how hard you try. You gotta beef up your dudes. At least it's not like a grind. Like, you can grind in FF7, but because of the new threat, you know, in, like, you know, the status, the equipment changes, like how all the equipment has, like, unique quirks and stuff, and, like, when you put on materia in this game, in the mod, the stats that the materia take and give you, or take away but also give you, it's more, like, impactful than in the original game. So you don't, like, you have to level up your guys, but, like, your general equipment is, like, more important, I feel, like, than just your level. Like, you can grind and win, and, you know, that's viable, but, you know, you could also not do that and just, you know, play smart, which is cool. It's not just, like, a raw numbers game. Kind of reminded me of Chrono Trigger. I remember at the end of that game, Chrono Trigger's got this problem too, the original game, where it's, like, really easy and, you know, the equipment's not interesting. But, you know, it's fun enough. I enjoyed it back in the day. But I remember I couldn't beat the final boss because I was, I guess, a scrub. I don't remember if it was, like, actually tough. I could probably, like, own it these days because I'm a fucking god, right? But I was having trouble, and I had to go do the side quests and stuff, which was a fun way to get me to do them, but, like, I don't know. Is that valid? Like, literally making it so the final boss is, like, ridiculous to beat unless you do the side content? Like, doesn't that not make it side content because you're not going to win without it? I don't know. Fickle territory. What's some other cool shit? Apparently this wasn't in the game. Yeah, because I guess the modder realized that every fucking head destroyed. Yeah, me after some gnarly cock and ball torture. Yeah, after every form in the final fight, you get to save your game, which is really fucking nice. I think in the original, it did not do that, and you just had to do it in one go, which is good fucking luck against these guys. Oh my god, dude, Supernova. Yeah, the legendary summon sequence that Sephiroth has to, like, own you with. He calls upon the farthest stars to kill your ass. And it's like a 2 minute or so fucking sequence. That's that Supernova animation. But dude, after the first time, like, I fought this guy probably like 20 times. It took me like 2 hours. But like every time he would do Supernova, I would like get up and go get a drink. Or like when it got late, I brushed my teeth. I took a piss at one point, came back and like, okay, how much time we got? Oh, he's just past Jupiter. I got plenty of time. Let's go eat a jar of peanuts or something. It was a really fun, like, you know, obviously that's like, you know, bad video game design, right? Like, oh, this fucking like 2 minute attack where you just sit around and wait. It just felt like such a classic experience, though, just to get up while it happened and go do something else, though. Like, that's a memory I'm not gonna forget. I enjoyed that. Oh yeah, I had Kate Sith in my party, because I really came to like fucking Kate Sith. I think I really... hold on, dude. Was that the submarine sequence I just saw, dude? Where the fuck was that? Yeah, that's another, like, really good sequence, the submarine bit. It's just, like, more fucking fun shit. Like, the snowboard riding and, like, the fucking Condor Mountain, the chocobo breeding. It's just all this, like, not core combat RPG shit. But it's just, like, fun, and it makes the world feel better, because it's, like, there's these activities around the world that, like, make it feel like other people are doing shit. Like, oh, I guess there's, like, chocobo breeders in the world of FF7. There's, like, farms and stuff I can play around with, and, like, snowboards, and submarines, and it's like there's a lot going on, and it breaks up the action in quick little spurts. They never go on for too long. One of my big beefs with the remake, it's not even a remake, but it calls itself that. Yeah, the FF7 remake. All of the cute little quirky bits, there's not even that many in the remake. What few, you know, manage to come back, they go on for too long to, like, justify their existence. Like, the fucking dance bit, and, like, what the fuck else was there that, like, irked me the wrong way? Like, that button thing, like, right before the Airbuster fight, they add, like, 3, like, extra puzzles, and it's, like, in the original game, it was just, like, a 2-second moment that you just went, like, what the fuck is going on at? But, like, in the remake, it has to be longer, because... you know, it's fucking, they spent like $1 million making it look cool, so, you know, they gotta get their value out of it. And it just kind of kills the pacing, like, shit like that. Like, I'm not into that. The pacing in FF7 was, like, really good, because it was like lightning, like, fucking, like, you went from point A to point B, and, you know, there were, like, random encounters and shit, but, like, oh, yeah. The new threat also gives you the materia enemy away, like, right from the fucking get-go. So, if you don't... and it gives you enemy lore! So, like, wherever you fall on, like, the spectrum, whether you like random encounters or not, like, you can just, like, immediately, like, toggle that shit. I think in the original you have to, like, unlock enemy away. Like, I had it opened here. Yeah, I was listening to One Winged Angel, because it's a fucking banger, dude. That one part at, like, 2:20, like, hold on, let's listen to this shit. Yeah, this is it, this is, like, the best fucking part of the song. Doesn't even have the choir and shit, it's just that good. Like, man, real RPG final boss energy. Oh yeah. But yeah, I was looking up enemy away. And enemy away can be obtained from the gold saucer at Chocobo races at it costs 300 GP. Does that mean you have to buy it, or like what the fuck? Where do you get it, guys? Cause yeah, in the new threat you just like start with that shit, and like they're giving you this at the end of the game, or Gold Saucer's not the end of the game, but it's like a decent way in, and it's like I was getting sick of those random encounters like 20 hours ago. Oh my god, yeah, this is so cool. All of the characters have like cool reasons for being like on the journey, and yeah, that's like a job, a thing like every fucking RPG has to do. Like you know, make it feel like your party members like have a reason to be there, and they're not just like there for stupid reasons. Like I remember in Star Ocean 3, there's literally some of your party members don't contribute to the core plot or like have any connection to like the main threat at all. They're just there to be party members to like fill out the roster, and it feels very fake. And this game almost has that with Vincent and Yuffie, but they still have lore. Like, Vincent has, like, a connection to, like, Hojo and fucking Sephiroth and shit, and, like, he cares about, like, you know, what's going on. And Yuffie has, like, this cool little worldview where she wants to, like, break away from, like, her, like, town, her Wutai shit, because, like, she felt they'd become all weak after they lost the war. Like, they turned their town into a tourist gig, so now she wants to steal all the best materia and just become really strong. So, like, you know, she doesn't have to associate with those, like, losers again. But then you do her, like, pagoda quest, and she reconnects with her dad, because, like, they both realize that they're both a little in the wrong. Like, her dad realizes that, like, do I have the screenshot for it? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, like, yeah, look at you losers, you have all this power and all you're doing is sitting in this shitty tower all day. Like, what the fuck are you doing with your lives? Just because you lost the war? You guys aren't, like, progressing at all. You're just, like, sitting in place your whole lives. And, you know, that's a little, like, too aggressive. But, like, and her dad realizes, too, that he's in the wrong as well. Strength without determination. Determination without strength. One without the other is meaningless. Yeah, so Yuffie had one of those and he had one of those. Neither of them had both, but now they've like reconnected and they get each other now. And they're having this cool moment where everyone leaves and it's like, oh, cool father-daughter wisdom. And then it's like, hey, Yuffie, you think they're gonna want any of their materia? So yeah, they really connect at the end there. And it's like, oh, dude, they're exactly the same. They're a bunch of fucking thieves. Go fight until the end with their materia. Yeah, that's really cool. Vincent's lore is just funny too. Let's see if I could find it. Oh man. Yeah, Vincent, the cool vampire guy. Oh my god, the bonus bosses they added. One of them is like Kate Sephiroth, which is funny. Kind of a light spoiler on what Sephiroth like feels like when you're fighting him, because you know everyone knows what Sephiroth looks like, but like when you actually fight him and he like descends from the top of the screen and shit, it's like, whoa, dude. So like seeing this not Sephiroth entity do it was a little, you know, kind of a spoiler, but you know, it was like funny enough so that like I didn't fucking care. It's like, dude, Kate Sith, like, but like really powerful. Like that's rich. Oh god, triple Tonberries. Yeah, just cast resist on your guys, and like that's the fight. Yeah, not all of the new additions and new threat were kino, but you know, most of them were kino. They were at least interesting to like overcome and figure out. Whether they be like a bit of a grind here and there, like you know, whatever. Yeah, here we go. Oh no, yeah, this is Vincent's backstory. Like he had a girl, and they were a thing, and I guess he got cucked by, what is that, Professor Gast or Hojo? I forget, it's one or the other. And he's like, oh, if she's happy, I don't mind. But then he literally gets killed by the guy and gets experimented on and, like, becomes a vampire. And, yeah, he's pissed. So that's his backstory. So he's at least connected to, like, Hojo and shit. And he's technically Sephiroth's, like, is he sort of Sephiroth's dad? Because, like, Hojo claims to be Sephiroth's dad. Because he made him. But... Vincent would have been his dad if, fuck, I don't know, dude. Like, he's at least got, like, a connection in the sense that the girl he had a thing for, bore Sephiroth. So he's, like, I don't know, in it for that reason. To, like, put the soul of Lucrezia at rest. Because the woman he loved, their son is on just a rampage, being evil and shit. Oh yeah, the side quest to synth everyone's ultimate weapons. Stealing and morphing is like a hassle, so I never bothered with it. It's because Oversoul. Oh, that's what those fucking things are for? Oh gee, yeah, I wonder who the secret party member is. I'm gonna take a guess and say it's Sephiroth, because, you know, they let you play as him that one time. I'm gonna guess after you do, like, all of the side quests and shit, the game's just like, you are winner, you are the fucking best at Final Fantasy New Threat, and you did everything in the damn game. So, yeah. Here's Sephiroth. He's in your party now. And I wonder what that looks like, because on the party screen, there's, 9 slots. And, Cloud, Tifa, Barret, 13, Yuffie, Eris, Sid, Vincent. That's 8. Is there one more I'm forgetting about? I'm just gonna look it up. Oh yeah, fucking Zack has like a shoot to whip move. FF7 party members. Yeah, let's just count them because I can't think. Oh, Kate Sith. How could I forget Kate Sith, my supposed favorite? So yeah, if you put Cloud there and also Eris, is there room for Sephiroth if they added him there? I guess if one of your characters always has to be here, because there always has to be a leader, he would fit. So I guess it works out. Oh, you know the game's a real RPG? Because it lets you fucking change the color of your menu. So pointless, but it's just, like, cute. Everyone can have a slightly different looking menu in their game, and it's, like, cute little personalization. Can you do that in the remake? Nope. It's just the default blue. And it's a slow menu, and the buttons don't feel that good. And oh god, the remake added that stupid fucking level up shit. Like, remake, level up, materia. Like, what was it? Or like rank up weapons? No, yeah, it was like leveling up your weapons. This dumbass Crystarium shit they brought from like 13. It's like the most shallow thing ever. You're just inevitably gonna have like the option to like buy everything anyway, so like who the fuck cares? And they gave you like such small fucking like bonuses that you're never gonna feel, like plus 2% health back if you like hit an enemy with their weakness, and it's a fucking game about like dodging and shit now, and you have a dedicated block button. Like, who the fuck cares about all this tiny number bullshit? It just doesn't work with the kind of game the remake is, and it's just busy work. God, I hated that fucking game. Can we like look at the ending of the fucking remake? Yeah, let's look at that. Final boss and ending. Because I don't like that, like, at all in hindsight. I hate how, like, I guess this is just a problem with FF7, you know, becoming huge. Like, they have to have One-Winged Angel play in the Sephiroth fight, right? Because that's his song. Why does he have the one wing now? He's supposed to have... They did that as soon as FF7 ended, whatever. But, you know, it's just stupid. He's supposed to have the one wing, because, like, when you fight him in, like, his final form, it's like some kind of metaphor shit, dog. Like, he's got all this power that he's assumed to be godlike, but he still only has one wing, because even with all of this power, he could never hope to fly like any sort of angel, because he doesn't get it, man. He's not woke in the real way. You've got to take him out. He's too far gone, and he thinks he's this god shit with this opera music playing. He thinks he's all that. You got to take him out. But when he's just normal Sephiroth, why is One-Winged Angel playing? It just, you know, shouldn't it be Birth of a God playing, the theme that plays before? Or like some other theme? I don't know. What the fuck music are they gonna play when you fight Final Form Sephiroth in the remake proper? I guess just a more epic version of One-Winged Angel? Is that the best you got? I'm also not keen on... I could just bitch on the remake for like ever now. I'm really not keen on that. I know they had to come up with like a big epic ending for their Midgar disc that they sold for $60. And so they put Sephiroth at the end of it, which is like really dumb because like you don't know shit about Sephiroth by the end of Midgar. Like you learn about him immediately after Midgar and onward, and you actually get to fight him like hours later when you go to like the fucking Gaia Mountains or whatever. And it's like they build up to that shit. If you're at this point in the remake, you don't know who this guy is. And the game is just like having you fight him in space. And it's like, you can't just have a fucking epic anime space battle with like some guy like that. You gotta build up to that shit. Like, the final fight in 7 feels epic because like, fucking, you like went through hell to get here. Like, you went to the center of the earth to like fight this one guy that the whole game's been building up to. They've been talking about Sephiroth for like, how long in the remake? I guess they've alluded to him, but it's like, we're a little jumping the gun here.
We can do this. We can change it. Make it right.
Oh my god, fucking gay-ass dialogue, girl. Like, could you have come up, I don't blame, could she have come up with anything lamer to say? We can do this, make it right. Make what right, Eris? Oh, dude, this is epic, man. Everyone doing a cool thing here. Oh my god. Yeah, Cloud, you're number 1, man. Go. I hate the sword he's equipped with right now, because that one annoyingly had the longest level up meter out of like any of the other swords. So everyone's wearing it at this point in the game. It's like, why does that one take so long to level up in comparison to the other ones? It's like, ugh. It's just a grind. Oh yeah, and you get this epic shit. This is literally some Kingdom Hearts shit.
That which lies ahead does not yet exist.
Yeah, wonderful metaphors, because, you know, we haven't made the other games yet. And he says this, like, 7 seconds till the end. Enough time for you. What will you do? I just defy death. Join me, Link! Together we could bring honor to Korodai, like... Never? Like, who the fuck are you guys? Who does a join me with someone, like, the story hasn't talked about at all? This is, like, really lame, man. That's literally the shot at the fucking end of FF7! Why are we doing it now? We're not at the end yet! I guess because we're at the end of the first part of the new game, we have to end it on a bang? But it's just like... What? We didn't build up to this, and it feels very limp and try-hard. Whereas in the original, you know, that moment when him and Cloud fight in the live stream, that's the most epic shit in the world, dog. These guys are just fucking nobodies.
Seven seconds till the end.
Yeah, me when I'm looking at the food on my microwave and it's like 3 in the morning, I gotta get it out before it beeps.
What will you do with it?
Yeah, some elusive or like some mysterious Kingdom Hearts ass dialogue that doesn't make sense unless you buy the next game, shithead.
That's right.
Yeah, fucking gay, man. I gotta stop saying that, but like, you know, it's just stupid. And apparently Zack's not dead now, which is like, wow, isn't that just sweet? Like, wasn't Cloud's whole like motivation or like his deal that he was like projecting onto Zack, and now he's not dead? Is he just gonna be around and Cloud is still gonna be like how he is? I don't like that. I don't know, it was more impactful for the guy to die and you to like inherit his will. You know, pretty dramatic storytelling, I felt. But like, everything's just gotta be peachy keen in this like remake world, dude. Eris ain't gonna die now. Oh yeah, you fight the metaphor embodiment of the writers to gain holdership of the storyline, and that's why they're able to defy the narrative. Which also doesn't make sense, because, like, defy the narrative of, like, what? Like, they win at the end of FF7? What the fuck is their point in changing? If you don't know anything about the remakes, like, stupid final 2 hours, like, story bombshells, like, none of what I'm saying probably makes sense to you. I don't fucking care, man. I have no one else to vent to. Everyone I talk about, they're just like, oh, I thought it was pretty good, you know? And it's like, fuck you. Although I'm a big brain now that I've played the original, right? Oh, man. Oh, yeah, the silent movies, the CGs, dude. Oh, yeah, this is so cool. Yeah, Sephiroth has, like, the weird thin eyes in the original, too. I was wondering, like, what was up with that? I don't know, I guess it just looks weirder in, like, all the newer versions. Oh my god, the fucking ghost. I gotta stop looking at that or I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind. I hate it. I fucking hate it. Oh yeah, really kino how, like, their models get way more detailed for this one-on-one. Because it's just them, there's no other characters to render, or, like, a background even, so they're allowed to have a few more polygons and, like, flex that shit. Oh, man. Dude, Aerith's theme. Oh my god, oh my god, dude. Dude, like, the first thing you see in the game is, like, that shot of Aerith, like, her, like, looking at the tube, like, which is, like, you know, it has, like, Mako in it. And then the final thing you see in the game is Aerith again! Because she's still with you, man. The dead never leave. That's some powerful shit. Oh, man. Oh, dude, yeah, Kate Sith in real life. He looks so silly. I love Kate Sith. I originally thought he was, like, really? Like, a fucking, like, monster. Or, like, just this goofy Moogle cat thing. And, like, I didn't question it, because I just thought it was, like, an anime video game thing. Like, oh, we gotta have our weird mascot character. It just makes sense. You know, it was inevitable. But it's later revealed that it's just, like, a machine. And it's like, wow. That's way more believable. The thing has, like, a zipper on the back and looks fucking ridiculous. Of course, it's way more believable that it's, like, a machine. And it's also, like, the guy piloting it is, like, a Shinra spy. And it's like, whoa! And he, like, later, like, joins, like, your party, like genuinely? Because he's like, damn, you guys are, like, real-ass freedom fighters. Like, what the fuck? I can't just spy on you. Like, you guys are too noble and cool. And he joins your party. And he's just cool, man. Like, based Kate Sith. I wanted to talk about something, but I forgot. Oh, man. Oh my god, yeah, the Turks, dude. The original Organization 13. The guys in black. I think this is a new threat thing, like you being able to just pick your date. Which I guess defeats that whole, like, secret affinity thing the original had. But, like, fuck it, you want to pick your date anyway, don't you? Wait, Sid? Sid wasn't in my party yet! What? Huh? Oh, wait. No, he was. I have no fucking memory. Wait. Damn. Sid joined your party early. It felt like I had him forever. There's like 600, 700 more screenshots, and it's like, shit, dude. This game was a fucking journey. Like, Sid joined you, like... like, when Aerith was still in your party. Like, fuck, dude. Completely forgot about that. I thought he was, like, later. Sounds pretentious. Oh, yeah, this train... Oh, my god, yeah, when Cloud rejoins the party after he's like, bro, I'm the only me I know, so I've got self-determination now, and nothing can stop me. And your whole party's like, Cloud, we love you, man. And they all fucking do the train metaphor together, because they're fucking soul warriors. It's badass, man. My fucking mod actually messed up here, because, as soon as I walked into the town where you meet Cloud after the whole, like, freakout section, where he, goes apeshit and gives Sephiroth the black materia, like, for reals, like, I immediately got him back on my party. Like, it immediately triggered the cutscene where, you know, Cloud's backstory is, like, revealed in full, and this is the rawest shit ever, by the way. Like, Sephiroth picks Cloud up with his sword. And just to show you that Cloud was always hot shit, it was never Zack that was the cool one. It was always him. He always had the power. He fucking picks him up by the sword too and throws him to the wall. And it's like, holy shit, dude. Cloud, you are fucking metal. Never doubt yourself. You always had it in you. And then you go to the Cloud dimension where he recollects himself. Is that TV? But anyway, yeah, originally you're supposed to go to Mediel, the town where Cloud is, and he's like comatose because his body, his spirit, whatever, is in conflict with the Jenova cells within him that are like eating his identity and like making him like, you know, doubt himself, and fucking he's like lost his mind. Like he's kind of like a vegetable right now because like the fucking like alien cells he's got in him, they're like fucking him up. So his identity is being consumed by other forces and he's at a loss. So Tifa like hangs out with him. Like Tifa and Cloud are not in your party for a bit. Like, and Cid's supposed to be the leader. And you do like a few things like as Cid, as the leader, and eventually you come back to pick up Cloud. And it's like, you know, that delay or that period without Cloud in your party is supposed to make this like return more triumphant. But like I just immediately got him back and completely skipped that shit. So it was kind of lame. The mod ain't perfect all the time. You know, the balance with the Sephiroth and some of the other bosses, those are other things that I felt like might hurt casual players trying to play this. And this shit too, definitely. Because it's a pretty big deal, you know, the build up to Cloud returning your party. And it immediately just happened. Like, I didn't even get to visit that town. It immediately did, like, after Cloud regains himself, the town is destroyed. And I wasn't allowed, I wasn't able to, like, explore that shit, because the minute I walked in there, like, it just triggered the cutscenes where it got destroyed, and Cloud is back. And it's like, I didn't go through anything. So, kind of weak. I left Nibelheim looking for glory, to become a hero. God, that's so cool. Like, for like, half the game, you think Cloud is that hero, because he's like, you fucking believe it. You're playing as him. He's awesome. And then, like, damn. He was actually just a fucking, like, McDonald's worker-ass Shinra employee. And, like, he was just a grunt. And Zack was the real guy. And he was, like, projecting this whole time. Because he was, like, assuming his memories. Because, like, you know, his identity, it was just in conflict after the Jenova cells. Like the Shinra scientists injected, like, Jenova cells into him. And, like, Mako and shit. To make him, like, a super soldier. Like, Jenova cells are, like, this alien. Or not an alien. It's, like, this advanced creature. Or, like the previous civilization, the Cetra, as the game calls them. One of them was called Jenova. And they have one, just like on life support, I guess. And they steal its cells and like pump them into regular-ass dudes to make them stronger. Because, you know, the Cetra are more attuned with the planet. So they've got like Mako awareness. And they're just better at like manipulating like Mako, becoming powerful and shit. So, yeah, he gets injected by that stuff, but it has the side effect of, like, fucking making them crazy, like, lose their minds and shit, and that's, like, where Cloud was throughout most of the game. He thought he was someone he wasn't, because, like, his brain, it was just a mess, man. He was a mess. But at the end of the game, he realizes it. He's like, I know who I am, and what I can and can't do. I'm gonna live as the me from now on. The me I am, and it's like, that's good. Oh god, yeah, the funny moments never stop. You get into an elevator and you gotta fight these dudes. Like, how about whoever stays alive gets to take her out on a date? And it's like, just funny shit, man. Just a good ride. Like, you want the sub? Try and take it. Oh, this is some good dialogue when Barrett's like, remember when I was the leader first, man? Come a long way since we got off that train. But we're still on a train right now, aren't we? And it's like, damn, dude. Oh, these guys are so cool. The fucking victory pose guys. Oh my god, Cloud is so endearing. He's like claustrophobic and he's like, I can't handle it. It's too tight in here. Oh man. The submarine section, dude. Oh man. Yeah, that was the scariest shit. Seeing Emerald Weapon for the first time. Holy fuck, man. You know, it's just so intimidating, this roaming super boss. And the game's like, hey, want to fight this guy? And it's like, damn, dude, think you can take him? And it's like scary, like running away from that thing, because it's like you know you're not strong enough and that thing would just fucking own you. But eventually you're gonna come back and kill that thing. I never did. Oh yeah, the mod recolored a few enemies too. It's actually the topaz weapon? I forget what they called it. They also changed the color of one of the other ones too, I think. Sephiroth has a new color too. Like yeah, Sephiroth, in the original game, his wings are white, but they color them black here. Oh my god, this was really cool. Tifa was doing her Meteor Drive, which is like a move where she like picks them up and like turns them upside down and like fucking like suplexes those guys. Seeing her do it to Sephiroth, he's fucking strong, man. Oh man, what a ride. So good. I'm really happy I was able to just enjoy this shit, because I thought, like, I never would. I thought FF7 was just going to be like, you know, it's one of those games that was good for the time. People didn't know what real RPGs were. But, you know, all it took was, like, some dedicated fans that, like, knew the original experience because they, like, loved it. They loved that shit. And they just, like, put what they felt would, like, make it an even better experience without, like, tarnishing the original vision and stuff like that. Just fucking great, man. Oh, this is really cool. I was originally going to fight Hojo with, like, Red 13, but then I was like, no, we gotta do it with Vincent. Vincent's gotta take him out, because, you know, Vincent's got baggage against Hojo, because he's the one who, like, cucked him and shit. You, Hojo. The one that should have slept was you. Yeah, because Vincent was, like, asleep for, like, I guess, like, 20 years or so. He was, like, vampired. He's actually in a coffin. He put himself in a coffin. What a freak. Vincent's so goddamn cool. Like that gauntlet and shit. Like what a fucking... He is so hot topic. I love it. Like you've got such a classic RPG entourage in your party. And dude, his limits suck. They like transform him and you can't control him afterwards. He just goes on autopilot. So like the fights where you allow him to limit, like just turn into these these like support fights where your other two party members are on like support duty, like keeping Vincent up, because like, well, I guess we just gotta support this guy now, otherwise we're all gonna die if it's just us two, right? Although I guess if he did die, you could just res him and he would be back to normal. So that might have been cool. I never tried that, because I realized about near the end of the game that you could give Vincent a tranquilizer, which normally cures, like, Fury. But if you just give a character a tranquilizer when they have no status affliction, it, like, gives them sadness, which makes it so your limit bar can't go up, which is perfect for Vincent, because sometimes you just want to keep doing your melee attacks. And, you know, with Vincent, I'd rather not his limits go up in the first place. So it was this fun gameplay strat, like having to use the trank on him. Oh god, this bit was terrifying, but it was awesome too. Like Kate Sith coming to the rescue. Yeah, he knocks out Scarlet, and it's like, well, bam, Kate Sith is here, I'm here to help. You better watch my back till the end, partner. It's fucking badass, man. What a squad, right? Barrett, Yuffie, and Kate Sith. Fucking... badass, dude. This shit was terrifying, like Tifa getting gassed and you having to play the minigame to get that key. This was another one of like those one-off gameplay bits, like the button thing where all three of your party members had to hit the button, or the sub. You had to like use these weird button combinations to like get her to grab the key, and it was like terrifying. Like, I don't think if you like do it for too long she dies or anything, but it's just like, you know, your first time playing it, you feel that fear. Like, oh god, could Tifa die if I fuck this up? Oh man, the slap fight. I don't know why I almost called her Peaches, because that's like the name of my cat or some shit. Tifa, I don't know why Tifa didn't just like uppercut her and like fucking like knock her ass into the ocean. She just fucking like slaps her. Like, I guess it's a girl fight kind of thing, but like, Tifa, you're fucking like, you got these fists. Fucking use them. Oh yeah, the Eris switch. Get out of here with that shit. Who's gonna play with her alive? The whole point is that she's dead, but like the end of the game is like affirming that point that the dead are still with you in a sense. Because like, you know, her Will, like, helps Cloud at the end of the game. And it's, like, really powerful. And, like, you know, if she didn't die, how would you get that message across? So it's, like, important for, like, the narrative. She's cool because she did die. And it's just, like, a power move. Like, you don't expect it. Like, fucking one of your party members, these people you've been buying equipment for and shit, and, like, leveling up, and, like, fucking die, like, all that work in the trash. And, like, seeing her equipment still in your menu after she's gone, it's like, fuck, man. She's really gone. It's like this, like, it's, like, real, dude. Like, I haven't played too many RPGs that have the balls to kill off a party member like that. A decent way into the game, too. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, cool lore on, like, yeah, the part with, like, fucking, like, Sephiroth in your party, like, that's just, like, a good lore moment in general. Like, Cloud is given the backstory, the presumed backstory of, like, his origins. And, like, Sephiroth is telling you, like, what materia is, which is, like, a fun thing to learn about. You think it's just a video game thing, but no, it actually has lore. You know, it's not just, like, a video game thing. It's, like, these things you're equipping to your characters, they exist in regards to the narrative. Oh man, the giant snake, dude. It's so cool fighting this thing and it fucking owning you, but then Sephiroth owned it. Like, damn, that guy's pretty strong, huh? He's gonna kick your ass. You better get ready for that. Like, wonderful build-up to, like, a villain. He's like Lavos. Like, he's not the deepest guy in the world, but, like, you know, just the build-up to him. Lavos from Chrono Trigger. Just, like, the build-up to him, like, makes him cool. And he's got, like, a little, like, fun lore to him. Like, he was, like, a science experiment, like, literally created by humans. So humans have created their ultimate destruction. And it's, like, neat how... I like his plan. He wants to, like, destroy the planet and, like, absorb all of, like, the life stream that comes out of it to become, like, the ultimate god, like, being, and just, like, ascend far, far away from humans who, like, he's deemed as, like, you know, the people who, like, ruined his life, and he just fucking hates humans. So he's, like, an extreme kind of guy, but I don't know, he's cool. He's a cool big bad to, like, you know, want to fight and shit. And, you know, that whole, like, one-winged angel thing, like, that I mentioned before, like, he's only got one wing, even with all that power, like, it's fucking cool, man. It just feels so gratifying when the RPG has, like, built up, and, like, when an RPG, like, really nails the you in the sky fighting a god enemy, like, that shit's awesome. Like, the Undertale final boss and shit like that, like, dude. It's, like, a wonderful energy. Like, when the build-up and the writing is good enough where you're like, yeah, I perfectly believe these characters are, like, in the void fighting fucking Jesus right now. Like, the remake, I'm mad at it, because it's blowing its load too early. You can't just do a fucking crazy space battle from the get-go, man. You gotta fucking build up to that shit. And they literally throw the space battle at you, like, at the end of the game, or, like, immediately after the fucking crazy motorcycle chase. They go through a portal, and suddenly they're, like, in the ethereal void or some crap. And it's like, what? Oh, this is cool. Just, like, hearing the characters, like, talk about Eris, like, we didn't know her that well at all. Yeah, she's still there. Like, you know, we're still talking about her, even though she's not with us. Oh god, that's a cool thing to ponder about. Like, Holy is gonna, like, just cleanse the planet when it's activated, and it's like, oh man, are humans good for the planet? Are they gonna get cleansed? It's, like, interesting dilemmas to, like, think about. And, like, Meteor and Holy are these nice yin and yang, like, ultimate powers of the planet. It's cool shit, dude. Oh my god, like, the diamond weapon encounter, fuck me. This is awesome. Like, when Cloud is like, we fucking, Shinra can't take care of the weapon, we'll beat it ourselves. And, like, I think Barrett says, like, you really think we could take that thing? Cloud's like, you know what, probably not. And then you do it anyway. And then you fucking kick its ass, and it's awesome, dude. This was another, like, fight that took me a while to beat. But, you know, it's like, once you finally learn that shit, and it wasn't like a grind, like, I never had to grind when I was hit with, like, a wall of a boss fight. It was always just, like, a learning experience, like, when to put up your barriers, or, like, the right moments to, like, or, like, what spells were advantageous, or, like, what equipment to gear up. I guess it was a little unfortunate having to go into a fight and then like immediately reset because you're like, oh, I've got the wrong gear on. But I don't know. That didn't bother me too much. It is a bit of a detriment, but it's just like, you know, the way the game is made, it's kind of hard to avoid that shit. You can't outfit your characters with everything at once, and if you could, you'd be too powerful. Yeah, kill Sephiroth, the son of my beloved. Yeah, that's his motivation. To, like, you know, put her soul at rest or whatever. Nice guy to the end, huh? That Vincent. Oh god, he didn't have any dialogue here, so he was just laying down here on the fucking, like, torture bed. It's like, is this where you feel cozy, Vincent? Oh my god, Gaga. I took a screenshot of this because I was thinking about the me Gongaga shit, and it's like, is the TV trying to say Gongaga? This is a really fun scene, like all of the characters like on their way to like 2nd grade music class, like walking in a line together, like that's really cute. Oh man, it's just really like unironically epic moments, like parachuting into Midgar. This is badass. Oh yeah, this is like a bug though. Eris should not have been there. I never hit the Eris alive switch, so yeah, might want to get on that, Chief Sega. Oh, this is another cool moment. Like, Shinra's dead, but, like, the Turks are, like, you know, they're like, I guess we gotta fight, right? Like, we're hired enemies, right? And, you know, Cloud's like, you know what? No, we have no reason to fight. And they're just like, you know what? Yeah, you're totally right. We don't have any reason to fight, see ya. And they leave the fucking game. Oh, this fight was tough, too. But you just had to learn that you had to kill the armor first and have a barrier for this laser shit. You know, it was a bit of a grind, but, you know, it's a learning experience. Oh, dude, Vincent. Damn, Hojo! Oh, man. Vincent is, like, really funny. He has 4 limits, and he's an optional party member. Kate Sith in the original game only had 2. And they're, like, mandatory. So they clearly had some kind of preference going on, where they thought Vincent was the coolest shit ever, and gave him 4 goddamn limits. Like, man, what an unfair world. Oh god, the grind to get a fucking gold chocobo. I followed some guide, like, where you had to, like, do these exact numbers to get it. And it's like, why did any of that shit work? Like, you had to, like, feed, like, a random chocobo, like, 30 of this specific food, fight 8 random battles, come back, breed this one with that one, inbreed the father with the second daughter in line, give this chocobo 20 random food, and it's like, now you suddenly have a gold chocobo, and it's like, I'm fascinated how any of that even worked. Oh god, Bomb King. I think that's a unique boss for New Threat. It was an interesting one. I mean, it had a lot of health. I felt like it had too much health, but, you know, it was, like, fun enough fight. Like, learning how to take care of the little guys first and surviving their explosions, and then just being able to take the fight to him after his little lackeys are dead. But, he probably had a little too much health there. You know, may want to turn those numbers down a bit. Oh, God, Cactar. I don't think I fought that one. I was like, Cactar, fuck this, man. Oh, this forest sucked. That's probably the worst part of the game. It wasn't even like a mod area, it was just like a secret area, that forest where you had to climb those vines and shit. Lame. But you know, not every moment's gonna be a banger. You know, the complete package of FF7 New Threat, pretty much a banger. So, yeah, I loved it. And, dude, Omnislash. Fucking cool, man. Like, seeing Cloud go apeshit, like, just go to town on Sephiroth with a good Omnislash after giving him, like, one of the Jenova cells. Like, to make the final boss easier, the mod, after you beat, the first, final boss, the Jenova complete thing, they give you these items called Jenova cells. They give you 3 of them. And when you give them to your party members, they make them crazy strong, and they, you know, give them really crazy defense. But they also inflict, like, death upon them. But if you have, what's it called, like, death control, the ability where, death force, that's it. If you, like, cast death force on a guy who has death on, they will not die from death. They're immune. So you can have the Jenova cells power the whole fight. So it's this cool, like, learning thing. It's not like an exploit. You might say it's overpowered, but I don't know, you're the guy who learned, or you're using the systems in the game to, like, give yourself an advantage. It's not like you're glitching or anything. It's like, fucking, you're just using the mechanics, the spells, in a creative way, and, like, it just works out, and it's, like, cool strategies like that. Like, the fucking Vincent Tranquilizer thing. Like, you know, moments like that. Like, that shit's cool. Like, just those, like, fun discovery moments. FF7's a mostly simple bag. Even with, you know, the new threat modifications. It's still a mostly simple game, but it's, like, intricate enough where, like, learning the best ways to, like, overcome each fight, it was still, like, fun to figure out. And, you know, the story, like, I was finally able to, like, just enjoy that shit, because it went both ways. I was engaged by the gameplay and the story. It wasn't just, like, I was putting up with the gameplay to get the story, because, you know, in the original, I felt the gameplay was underwhelming, and, you know, didn't care for how simple and easy it was. But with the new threat, FF7 is, like, literally one of my favorite things ever now, and I loved it. So, fuck, man, I've been talking for literally an hour. Oh, dude. I guess that's it. There's probably some other tangents I wanted to go on, but fuck it, you get the point. FF7's really that good. Or it always had the potential to be really that good. It just took some dedicated fans to, like, unlock, you know, the true potential laying within. I think the new threat still has a little ways to go, though, because I think it's very definitively the way to play the game. But those moments where the difficulty spiked, and those moments of, like, little jank, like when you would see Eris in the overworld when she's supposed to be dead, moments like that kind of stick out. The whole Medial cloud skip thing, it needs some work. But I think if they keep tweaking it, it really could just be the definitive way to play the game, and I would never go back. So, see ya, I guess. I'm really thirsty after all that.